But you see that it's the foundation of nearly everything we do. Now we know the importance of our habits. We know the importance of certain sorts of behavior. One thing which I think I skipped over, the things which can make karma stronger or weaker, there are also three additional factors. Firstly, the amount of effort involved in doing a deed. For example, is it equally bad karma to kill an ant as it is to kill an elephant? It's just a life, one life. To kill an ant and to kill an elephant, do you think that's karmically equal? No? Well, why not? Yeah, it takes more effort to kill an elephant. Why? Because you need to think about it in advance. You have to dig an elephant trap. You have to get a lot of weapons. So all the time, this hatred of elephants or whatever is going through your mind and creating more and more bad karma, because you have to have a lot more preparation. Okay? Whereas for an ant, it's done. You know, you hardly has gone through your mind. So the more effort it takes to do a task, the more karma it is. In the same way, supposing you come to the temple and you're going to deliver some food for the monks, if you do the same thing on a day when there is a force 10 gale, and you have to fight with your life to get to the temple to deliver this package of food, which do you think is a stronger karma? Coming on a normal day or coming in the storm? Coming in the storm, why? Takes more effort. Okay? So it's a strong good karma. Another thing is the strength of the intention behind the deed. For example, if you do something out of gratitude, normally it's a stronger intention than simply doing something because you fancy doing it. If you do something for your parents, for example, normally it's a stronger intention. If a person does something with not just effort, but also has gone to a lot of trouble to do it, then this counts for more. Okay? So not just effort, but for example, a person who arranges flowers, instead of just throwing them into a jar in order to pay homage to the Buddha, they arrange them nicely beforehand. They choose the very best. It shows the strength of the intention behind the deeds. Instead of having a sloppy ceremony where people just sit where they feel like it, but people are more orderly arranged and things are well organized on time. Obviously this shows that there's more intention, a stronger intention to do things properly. So more good karma would be involved. Murdering in cold blood or murdering in hot blood? Which do you think is the worst karma? According to the law, it's one thing, okay? But in fact, murdering in hot blood would be seen as worse karma because the intention is much stronger. As for a person who very coolly kills someone because they're paid to do it. And as for gratitude and ingratitude expressed by a deed, this can apply to if you're doing something for your parents out of gratitude, doing something for your teachers out of gratitude, the same deed would count more than for someone in general. And also if you speak rudely to someone to whom you have a debt of gratitude, it's seen as worse than speaking rudely to someone in general. And even, as I mentioned, buffaloes before, yesterday, vegetarianism, people even would treat their buffaloes with great respect because they knew they had a debt of gratitude to the buffalo from plowing the fields, okay? So they would never slaughter a buffalo which they had used to plow the fields because they were afraid of their heavy karma of abusing an animal to whom they had a debt of gratitude. So these are also factors involved with the strength of the karma. There are a few minutes left if anyone has any questions. very fast one today because we have to be ready to go for the hair clipping ceremony. Yeah.
You're talking about the story of the monk who speared a louse.
Yes.
How come when he was a monk, who must have had very good merit, and two, it's only a louse, yet it led him to his own life as a human? How can the louse have an effect?
Well, given that maybe we don't have all the factors described for us in the story, maybe he wasn't a particularly outstanding monk. Maybe he'd only just ordained, okay? It could be anything like that. Or maybe that good karma from being a monk still didn't catch up with him yet. Okay? Yeah, it can be any factors, but it's like we're talking about simply this karmic cause and effect in isolation. But of course, there's much more than that. There'll be all this sort of things. But if those other effects haven't caught up with him yet, then he's left open to these sort of effects coming up. All things being equal, unintentional karmas would be right the way down the line. But in his case, it would be that the karma of being a monk or whatever hadn't caught up with him yet. Or maybe he wasn't a good monk at all. Got a question, which is, how would one classify the karma of people who have something to do with alcohol or cigarettes in their job? For example, bartender, employee of a company which produces alcohol. What would the karma be of a person who drinks alcohol or smokes cigarettes? Can you tell me that?
Fashionable.
Sorry?
Fashionable.
The karma. Not the public, yeah? No, well, I don't think I've got a good answer yet. Supposing you were a drinker of alcohol, then normally this would lead you to have, once you make your way back to the human realm again, it would lead you to be mentally handicapped in some way, because of the fact that you've handicapped yourself mentally by being drunk. Okay? Supposing you didn't drink the alcohol yourself, but you supported other people to drink it, the sort of karma, the way the karma would come back to you is that you would not be mentally handicapped, but you would be burdened with people who are. So you try to get every job, try to get another sort of job, but the only job is available for you is to work in a mental institution. Don't know why it is, but this is your karma. Or you may be a parent, and it turns out that the children who are born into your family have a mental handicap. So as a parent, you are burdened with looking after them. Okay? So it doesn't come to you directly, but it comes to you as people within your group or your retinue will be burdened with that sort of karma, and that becomes a burden on your life in turn. So it's not karma applying to you directly, but it's karma coming to you via the people who are in your group or in your close family. Yeah.
Sounds an awful lot like my father, who's got all of those conditions. What could he do to obstruct or terminate such a karma?
Does he have a handicap?
Not right now, he hasn't, but he's been a drinker and works in the drinks industry.
Well, he should stop drinking, and he should make sure he doesn't go back to it again. He should try to do the maximum of good deeds, which he can, and he should try to meditate to attain Dhammakaya as quickly as possible, because if you can attain Dhammakaya, you can start to work with undoing the karma at the level of the black box. At the level of the black box. So you'd need to do very strong good karmas, which hopefully will give their results before any karma which comes from drinking the alcohol. So he'd need a lot of, supposing you put it the other way up, where the alcohol, which is habitual, is negative, you'd need to find as many red ones, either terminating or obstructing ones which are good as possible, and not to do this anymore.
In that kind of situation, you have to try and kind of kick the right merit.
Not really, no.
Any old merit.
Any old merit.
Particular merit. It sounds like in some of these where they combine, they seem to be combining because it's a similar type
Yeah.
of merit.
We talk more tomorrow actually about the sort of flavors of merit, or the content of the merit, because it sometimes does have a particular flavor to it. For example, if he did something which helped other people to give up drinking alcohol as well, this would be particularly likely to help to obstruct that sort of karma, you see. But in fact, merit is merit, it's just an energy. But sometimes the energy does have a sort of pattern to it as well. Okay, so I think that's all we have time for today. Tomorrow we get to look more at how to make what we call merit, what merit is, how it affects the mind, okay?